Every day, chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Welcome back, traders, to another episode of Chat and Chart on Tradin TV. In episode 6, we have two powerful FundingPips traders, the kind that has turned their dreams into effort, and effort into tangible results. We are joined by traders who have proven what it really means to stay grounded, to show up every single day, and play the long game in the markets. Let's meet them one by one. First up is Rosa. You may have met Rosa already in our last week stream. She's back with us. And Rosa is a professional trader from Spain with over 8 years of experience. She's earned over 40,000 in rewards at FundingPips and is known for her calm, systematic, and data-driven approach. She is definitely a highly disciplined trader. She showcased in our last live trading stream that even though the price has reached her level when she did not see the signal for entries, she had let it go. She's not here for the game. She's here to execute solid plan, and it's a pleasure to watch and navigate the markets. The next one is Saai, also known as UrordinaryTrader. He is a full-time trader, he's a mentor and a community leader too, who's quietly built one of the most consistent track records we've seen. Saai has received over 160,000 in rewards at FundingPips. That is around 52 plus rewards. His philosophy is pretty simple but powerful. It's not about passing in one shot. It's about surviving the markets long term. And if you watch Saai in our success stories, he says it plainly: I do not focus on high percentage. I take my piece, I wait for the reward, I move on. So without further ado, what can I say? I am super excited for this episode. And Rosa and Saai, the floor is yours. Show the traders what it is all about.
Hi, hello, how are you doing? Hi, Said.
Yeah, hi, Rosa. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
how are you doing, guys? I hope everyone's, expecting what a good performance we are going to provide today, right, Said? Even if we lose.
For sure.
Even if we lose, that's the important bit. Losing is part of the trading career, right? So, Said, this is your first time here?
Yeah, it's my first time. I think I've seen you before on. I think you were doing the stream last week, right?
I'm pretty bad at names or faces, so I wouldn't remember you even if you were my brother. So
Yeah, it's my first time. Yeah, but yeah.
So, do you mind to share your screen if you like? And
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know.
I can do that nowadays.
Show me what's your style. It's like ICT as well, like some of the guys in here.
Okay. So I think many of you guys already know me, like on Twitter or on Instagram as UrordinaryTrader, right? So what is my trading style? I trade price action. Is it ICT? Not really. Is it trend lines? Not really. Is it anything which is available on the market? Probably yes, but a mix of everything. So I've combined all of the learnings, whatever I know, and probably added all of them into one system, and that's what I trade. It's majorly data driven, and backed by psychological levels and a lot of data. So this is what I teach in my community as well, like how do I trade and how do others can also trade. One of the things which I use predominantly is the standard deviation levels. I think if you are an NQ trader, you would know what is standard deviation already. So every day we have a standard deviation based on the movement, and this is a bit high level, but based on the volatility, either the VIX or the IV, you would have a range on where the market can move. So, for example, based on the yesterday's closing, if one can see my screen, the prediction is like it can go anywhere from here to here, right? So that's the prediction. So all we have to do is, like, based on the order flow, we just have to trade in line with the order flow, and then, like, just get your entries right. So if you can get that entries right, uh, most of the times you will see these levels working out. And I use the level sometimes as a breakout level. So for example, this was yesterday's overnight. Market just came, retested, and then, like, flew away. And this was like today's level. So the levels keep changing based on the data. How are the levels generated? It is basically generated using a proprietary model which I've built at the backend. It uses a lot of option contracts data, like IV volatility and a lot of things all together. Like, it's a bit complex, but we don't need to know all of that. And it's just a level. So the level works. That's what we need to know. And I do generate for NAS as well. So you're a NAS trader, I know. I've
Right.
seen you. So yesterday's level was at all-time high, and it just rejected from there, exactly from there. And then, like, currently it is bit bearish, not fully bearish, but again, it's trying to go towards the bullish side. I do have trades running. Let me show. So one trade was, I don't like trading these ranges. I'll tell you why. Uh, Ideally, what happened was, if you see yesterday on gold, there was a big breakout, right? And on in terms of price action as well, price never was able to close above 3357. If we very closely see, uh, over here it came, fell, retested, fell, fell, fell. So it never sustained 3357, although it went up. So when this breakout happened, again, the problem is, whenever breakouts happen, everyone knows that it could either be a sideways day or a choppy day, or it could be a trap where the breakout would ideally fail. So if the breakout had to fail today, it would have dropped immediately. So it would not wait and make a range and then do something like this. So I was expecting most of the time it would make a range and then go onto the upside. So my trade, I just had to wait until New York, because most of the time when the breakout happens, you would have to wait some time until a range forms. So just waited for a range. This was my entry, and currently I'm at break even in a profit of 2K right now. So that's my trade currently, which is running in terms of New York. And most of the time, these sessions do work very well. Once the session catches a trend, it just, like, flies away until the session ends. So that's one trade which is currently running. I do trade DAX as well. So I don't know if you trade DAX, Rosa. So DAX is very good. So DAX was a very simple trade. Uh, I don't know how many of you guys are there on the chat who basically trades DAX, but if you're not trading it, just have a look at DAX. All it does is trends. It just trends, right? Look at the moves. All it does is basically trends. Once it catches a direction, it just trends for the entire day. It's pretty simple and easy to trade DAX. Okay. So the trade again was very simple. You just had to wait for a breakout on the 30 minutes time frame. This was acting as support. Market opened, for ICT traders, this is a liquidity sweep. For me, it is not a liquidity sweep. It is a stop hunt. So whatever you call it is just like stop losses being taken and then a confirmed breakout. My entry was on the retest of the level and it just like keeps melting. So I would probably target this range, or I would generally exit at around 3 o'clock EST. So that's my exit time. Just to show, I think I would. Yeah, I think I can show. So this is.
So then you work on DAX, Nasdaq, and gold.
I do have like a total of 15 strategies which I trade. So it's not
Okay.
one. It's all
And you manage to trade 15 strategies? Oh
that.
God.
All of them doesn't come once, to be honest.
Right.
And some of them are like it might come once a week. Some of them are like repetitive every day. Some of them, the gold one which I trade is mostly the discretionary stat. So you would need to sit and wait for an entry and understand what is the logic. It's purely based on price action. The DAX again is a kind of an opening range breakout as well as a support reversal and all that. The other pairs and all are like mostly based on some entry patterns or signals where like the alert gets triggered, and that's when I kind of see the strategies. But it's not like I trade all of them together at once and managing. That's too hectic, to be honest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Great. So you are now on a few trades, you said. And this,
yeah, so I think this is my funding pips account. I'm currently up 2K, 1700, and I think I'll just log into the DAX account. DAX is up. What is DAX up? Yeah, DAX is up around 5.4K. So this was the trade, the exact entry which was taken on a retest of the level, which I've shown. Ideally, I'll hold it until I get 10K because I might pass the account. Uh, it's not that I would pass in a one trade, but generally DAX gives you the opportunity to pass on a one trade because it keeps trending for the entire day. Either I get my TP of 10K where I pass this account, or probably I'll just like exit at 3 p.m. EST. So that's the plan.
DAX is it's a very powerful.
Yeah, it's very powerful, and most of these indices, if you guys want to backtest, I can give you a tip. Most of these generally work well when you do a long only strategy. You don't even need to short DAX or Nasdaq. You simply long every time you get an entry, and you're gonna make money for sure. So that's
Well,
why.
it's a long buyer, so that's what I've been doing for a while.
Yeah,
Just trading long.
that
It's
that's what that's what
basis.
indices do, right? So any setup you get on the long side, it is going to make you money for sure. Like it's trending, and NAS is at all-time high right now. So
And you trade on 5 minutes, as I saw,
uh,
or 30 minutes?
my analysis is mostly on the higher time frame bias, which is on the 4H and 1H, to get the direction right first of all, and
Right.
after that the entries are planned on 1 and 2 minutes, but the pattern recognition happens on the 15 or 5 minutes. So for example, this pattern recognition happened on the 15 minutes, right, where it was a downward channel which was basically playing out, and the entry was on the 2 minutes. So I just waited for a retest, breakout, retest, and a strong continuation candle. This was my entry, and then just flew off after that.
Fantastic.
So I think we might see a flip on gold. So you see a red candle on the daily, it might flip to
This
it.
is the daily, right? As I
Yeah,
say,
the
yeah, I can
right
see.
one is the daily. So probably
Mm.
we might see a flip. That's what I think.
Let me look at the charts because I had you on the big screen.
Yeah, you want to share and show like how do you? Sorry,
Yeah, okay,
there
that's
might be
fine.
some.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna share. This is gold. I think you can all see it. Just bear with me a second. Yeah, you can. All right. So this is gold. 1 minute. I only work on 1 minute. I don't do top-bottom analysis. I'm very lazy for that thing. So the only thing I do is I just try to focus on 1 minute time frame, and I'm going to just show you one of the trades. So let's start over. So now I'm not going in. I just had to wait. My strategy is not giving me any signal. On gold, I mainly buy. So when it's an extension, I can't buy. I have to wait for a retracement at a certain point. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you a trade I did today. That's my MT5, by the way. So it's I think you can see it up here. It's FundingPips account, of course. So that was my entry point there. You can see two lines, two blue lines. This is one trade, but I took half of the trade at this point, and then the other half I close it down there, because let's go back to the future and the past. That's the future when I took the entry. Let me put that here like that. So imagining I'm not seeing the future, what I analyze is the interesting close areas, like they say liquidity areas, and you said stop hunter areas, which pretty sure the price is going, and so it's based on that. So I just draw the main basic areas. I think the price can go back and retest. Plus, I look for an anchor. Anchor, we'll explain that later, what an anchor is to me, but I was having one here, and then I was, so I look for anchoring the price. Whenever the price gives me an anchor, let's say here, that's an example, just for the sake of the learning thing. When an anchor is there, I'm pretty sure the price is going to hit the anchor, and then it's going to retrace. How much, I don't know, but it's going to retrace for sure. That's why it's so difficult to find anchoring prices, anchoring levels, and they are very specific prices. So very specific levels. It's a number. It's not an area. So I start drawing areas, but then I have to be. When I say make sure, there's nothing sure on trading, but it's part of my strategy to look for an anchoring point. The price can go my side. When there's anchoring points to the top or to the, let's say, I've got this and we here, right? Let me put that this way. Let's say I've got an anchoring point here, an anchoring point here. The price is going to hit both of them, and I'm pretty sure of that, but as always, we don't know when. So since I only go long on Shell, I always predict or expect the price to go up first. On my back test, that's what happens. So it goes up, and then it goes down, and then it continues up. And that's pretty standard, even when it goes down, like in this trend. Some people can think the other way. So if the anchoring point would be one here, let's say here and here, up here and here, and I'm just taking a trade here on the lower side, like I'm selling, it'll go down, then up, and then down. That's something gold repeats every hour. Every hour. Plus, gold, for some reason I actually don't know, gold loves the minute 40. Every 0.40 minutes, it's going to happen something. It has to reach somewhere at 0.40. So 140, 240, 340, and so on and so forth. Not when there's news, of course. If there's highly impact news, the market does what he wants. That's because it's the market. But it's a very easy strategy I follow, and I usually put some lots and then I take partials. So this is the trade I took today. And with this, I'm done for the day at FundingPips on this account. So it was pretty easy, not very long trade. I usually plan to 15, 30 points and I'm out. That's more than enough. Sometimes
that was at 3380, like 20.
that was at the level you said?
Yeah.
3304.
3304. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I found the time to swoop in and say hi.
Hello.
I didn't want to disturb Rosa's flow, you know.
Hi, Ernest. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys?
All good. all good.
Fantastic.
Great.
Right.
I can tell there were some secrets about gold that you were spitting. I just took a loss on gold. I
Oh,
yeah. I wish I heard what you were saying about the minute 40 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So you were
I-
expecting a reversal?
Yeah, I was looking for cells from 3393 from that structure level there. It seemed strong for me, but and I was looking for a little bit more downwards pressure, I guess, into the open. But I guess we're printing a green candle, looking to print a green candle.
I think thanks, Anas. It's your stop loss, my profit.
Okay, shit. Are you in buys?
Yeah, I'm in buy.
Good for you.
Just show your profit.
Yes, please. So it's officially I made my loss public, so it's officially a 1 win, 1 loss for me on stream. So
yeah, so
but,
it's one win, one loss, and it's up to you, Saai.
yeah.
Change the balance.
Yeah.
So, well, as I was saying, it's a pretty easy strategy. Just wait, not too many opportunities on a day. I usually trade 2 hours a day. If there's an opportunity, I take it. If there's not, I won't trade for this day on gold. I
So
also trade
you,
Nasdaq.
do you also combine some kind of price action, or do you just look at the anchor and then trade towards it?
It's areas. Well, these 3 areas I have here. Let me just delete them because they've been violated in both sides. So on the upper side and at the bottom. So there's no more valid zones. So now, for instance, there's nothing to do for me. So I have to wait a reversal here and then check the areas. I could say this was one area, but it's something I look at. That's it. And this could be an area. This could be an area where Anas, I think he was expecting a reversal here, but I wouldn't trade anything. I would trade at this point. This is a reversal to me. When this thing happens, I start looking for trades on here. Or when that happens, let me put that. I start seeing the price, it's been up and it's going down, then it's a reversal. I start looking for entries. I'm not saying there's any entries in here. So, and it's only price action. It's only, I see my chart like that. So very big candles. I don't mind what happened on the past. And I'm analyzing candle by candle, minute by minute. And then I wait. And whenever I see a good price action move, I go on with the trend. Well, when I enter, it's a counter trend because price is going down and I'm going up. So it's a counter trend just waiting for me. It's the beginning of a trend. So I can try up to 4 times on a day. If I have 4 losses on a day,
So you're Rosa, let me just I have a few questions. What sort of risk do you use for your accounts?
It's 0.25 at gold because I have up to 4 attempts.
You mean 0.25 each?
0.25 each, yes.
Yeah, that's a great risk management. Guys, keep notes. You don't have to risk 1 or 2% per trade once you're funded. It's fine to focus on capital preservation and giving yourself enough room. And I'm sure you're psychologically, when you trade, I'm sure you're psychologically calm and you kind of have this careless mentality because you're risking so little.
Yes, that's truth. But the rewards are high, very high. So at this, look at this trade today. So it was like that's my stop loss at the lower lows. So it was nearly 9 points, not even 9 points, and I closed it all at 33 points.
Yeah,
So
I mean that's 1 to 3 and a bit. I think
yep.
1 to 3.5. Yeah.
Sometimes it's 1-1, 1-2, 1-5, 1-8, but it doesn't matter. So because now you see this trade perfectly executed here, right at the bottom of the downside, right? But it's very difficult when you at this point. When do you go long? So I sometimes need 2, 3, or even 4 attempts to get it right. That's why I have to risk very little. But it's very difficult to me to fail 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yeah, that's risk management for you guys.
Wow, this parabolic movement, that's impressive. I wasn't long, so I'm just looking at the charts, nothing to do. What about you, Anas?
I'll take it since I already had my. Let me share my screen.
Sure.
I'm looking at the dollar now.
Dollar, you mean a euro dollar?
No, just the dollar.
Oh, just a dollar. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me.
Yeah, I'm just looking at where the market wants to go. I'm like pretty much just catching up. I wasn't trading yesterday. So I'm just trying to catch up on the week and see what happened. And I've done my analysis on the dollar, and all I got was this in terms of market structure. Like here, this little note on the side, and everything just points down as it looks right now. So the thing I had in my mind on Friday, we took buys from here live on stream from these levels via GBP USD. We managed to pull 3R, and then price just melted into this long wick. And from the way I trade smart money concept. So for me, this was a daily area that is either going to be used as liquidity or it's going to change character, and potentially on a daily chart price will move down a little bit more. But I'm looking at my premium and discount areas here on the ranges, on the bigger ranges. This is daily here. This is 4 hour here.
Oh, great.
And yeah, I'm just I cannot force myself just yet to sell the dollar. I mean, where the price is right now, I'm looking for more confirmations whether some sort of structure on the 15-minute will start building, because as it looks right now, like it's just going sideways, so I can tell, like I already took a loss on gold, so I'm gonna be if I see something, like I want to see what price will like if price will start to make some sort of a, for example, structure here, then I'll look into euro dollar or pound dollar, also here as well. But for now, I just can't see anything clear, so I'm like just sitting on my hands, honestly, sitting on my hands and drinking Coca-Cola this time.
Me too. Nothing to do for now.
Yeah, look, this is cool. Can you tell what it says? It says love bug. So yeah, what about you, Sai? How do I pronounce your name? I mean, I know it's just from 3 letters, but is it Sai or Sai or
You can call me Sai. Actually.
Sai? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
you want to
already
share your thoughts?
explained. I was long gold. I was short DAX. So both the trades, I am currently like secured. I've exited half of my position, just running, let it run. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, good.
So let me
Show us your charts.
Yeah.
Someone's asking what's the. Let me read it if I can find it. What's the bias on gold?
Bias on gold is currently bullish.
Yeah.
You can clearly see, and this candle flip, like where Anas took the stop loss, that even shows again it's still bullish. I think most of you guys would have expected a retracement until this level. Even I was expecting a retracement until this level. Ideally, this is where the 61% retracement would align to. But gold has its own plans. Sometimes what it does is like it just pops the high and then goes for a retracement back then. Because if you see on the daily time frame, some of the times there are consecutive candles without a retracement, right? So you cannot expect a retracement just because of a breakout. You would have to like trade it along with the trend. So if the trend is saying go buy, just find a reason for buy and then buy it. So I think if people want to see the trade, it's the same trade. I had 4 lots on, exited 2 of them. Currently it's at trailing, so my trail is currently below this candle. So we'll see how far it goes and then where it pops off. So that's on gold. And DAX had a small retracement, and then like you can see DAX. It was a pretty simple trade again. Just got the entire trend for the day, right? So
Yeah.
this is where I shine. So I kind of get the entire moves for the entire day. Yesterday as well, I got the buys in gold at the bottom when I'll show the trade yesterday where I took. I think even most of my community members also got in at the same place or in Asia. So this is where the stop hunt or the liquidity sweep happened. There was a strong bullish candle. This was the market open. So we just waited for the Sydney session and there was a strong breakout. I trade trend lines. They say trend lines are not profitable, but I am living example. 52 payouts, 160k in rewards. So this was my trade. I had to exit here. I took another buy again at this trend line breakout, just hold it and exited here. So I think DAX is still going. If someone wants to see, yep, I think we are currently at 6k profits right now on my FundingPips accounts.
Amazing.
I'll just let it run for 10k or 3 p.m. EST. That's my plan. Nothing much apart from this. So it like simple, very, very simple. Everyone knows this is a textbook trade. Like you just have a support which got broken on a 30 minutes time frame, just a retracement in the morning in London Open. Just short it and just keep it melting.
Let it go.
Let it go. Yeah, just let it go. You have clear like liquidities over here. So like the VIX has to be swept. So DAX is like a beautiful instrument. If someone did not check it out, you can pass your trades like your accounts within like 1 to 2 trades. All you need is like a trending instrument and a very good risk reward. That's what is needed.
I trade DAX first thing in the morning here in Spain. So
Yeah.
9 when DAX open,
Yeah.
the first 2 hours,
Yeah.
and it's just amazing. Yeah, but I
Really,
trade DAX on my personal account.
Okay.
I've never traded or even like analyzed indices.
You have to check out DAX or not. Like
It's very technical. DAX is, I think it's the most technical of all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
Shit.
responds very well to
I know what I'm
technicals.
doing later this evening then. Yeah, with my replay button, just to
Yeah,
see.
and it kind of trends a lot, Anna. So it's very easy
Yeah.
to like get those trends. Like even on this day, most of the time it trends. Like it opens London Open, just trend, like very big moves. There's hardly any retracement which you'll see on a 30 minutes time frame. Like
Yeah. And it's like you pretty much make a decision. Is there? Do you make a decision like on London? Like how long into London Open usually? Do you have like some?
It's 1 to
sort
2
of-
a.m. EST. That's the time where the London pre-London opens. It's not the actual London. London opens at 3. So the pre-London will decide the move. So if you see, this was 3 a.m. candle, which ideally took the liquidity, swept, breakout, retest, and then continued. That's it. Very simple trade. Right.
Where are you based, Saai?
I live in UK, but I'm like majorly from India and currently in
Oh,
UK.
but you live in the UK.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Thanks God, in 3 days.
Oh, come over. Like we should meet. Yeah.
I'm going to be in London for a week or 2 weeks. So
Okay.
So you said London is 3 p.m., 3 a.m.
3 a.m. London. So this is the 3 a.m. candle.
Because you have a UTC -4.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have the EST time because I trade Nasdaq as well. I got
Great.
used to like EST times and.
Okay.
You start your day pretty early then, Sai, right?
For me, it's not very early. It's around 7 a.m. London, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So
but I don't trade the range, so I don't care what the range is saying. I trade after the range, so it's 3 a.m. is 8 a.m. London. So I don't like literally.
You just pretty much wait until like it moves one way or the other out of the
wait
range.
until it moves. Like even on this day, like it moved. Like I had a breakout and then retests. My sell entry was somewhere here, and I had to exit at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, that's beautiful. See, guys, that's the beauty of Tradin TV. I mean, you would not hear it from people like Sai. You know, we are very close in payouts, me and Sai as well.
Yeah.
I think we are one of the bigger guys, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, listen to what I mean, and I'm glad I managed. I like there was some sort of accident or something. I don't know, but I just kind of randomly joined because the team asked me, and I was anyway gonna stream this via my own Kick channel because Sai is in, you know, and and it's nice to see Rosa as well, and you have the opportunity to follow, like to literally like get us live and then like watch us trade live and as well. Like, I mean, nobody does this, you know. So,
I think in overall
like three profitable traders at once, like sharing their idea. I mean, one, or if you get one, it's already like, okay, that's good. Now you have 3 at once.
Yeah. I think if we combine all of the payouts, I think it's 160, and Rosa is at 50. I think it's close to like 400K right now in payouts. All the 3 traders.
Yeah.
You can ask your questions in, and we are here to help you guys.
How long have you been trading prop firms at FundingPips?
I started like 1 year back, and that's it. That's to be honest, it's a very incredible story to listen. 1 year, close to 1 year, 3 months, or 1 year, 2 months back, the first account I took with FundingPips, I took close to 16, 14, 15 payouts. I just lost it before the hot seat. Otherwise, I would have got the hot seat. Like very crazy story to tell. I never failed an account, to be honest. Like I got 15 payouts. I started a second account. I got 6 payouts. Third account, so I was max funded by then, and I was trading at different times. And after that, that's when the losing streak came in. So,
wow, amazing.
So I did not even lose an account until my 21st or like 25th payout. Almost 23 payouts, I never lost an account, one after the one.
If you don't mind me asking, Sai, what is your like? When do you usually stop? Like when you reach like a certain percentage on the account, or
that's a very sorry, Anna. That's a fantastic, very interesting question
So
you made there.
This
Thank
is something
you.
which I kind of like tell my people on my community as well. I don't target more than 3% on my accounts.
Great.
Yeah.
So that's a hard stop, I will say. But sometimes if it is, for example, even today, like you can see, like there is very good momentum. Why do I have to stop? So I'll just keep trailing after that. But majority of all my 52 payouts, all of them were less than $3,000, less than 3 to 4.
But then they add up.
The base hits add up like crazy. Like you never even know. Like when you see the overall certificate, it's like 160K. and all of them, no payout was greater than 5K. I can say that. Like,
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit different. For me, it's a little bit different.
How do you manage? How do you manage that?
I think it is different for ICT traders, right? They have a higher win rate, higher, like, not win rate, but higher risk reward. So probably you will hold your trades for much longer. How do you do, Anas?
I hold trade, like my goal is to catch the move of the day. So simply one trade is like where it depends. Like I don't, if I lose it, I usually give myself two losses per day, because then it's like I'm already kind of I feel emotional, etc. But I always risk a little bit more than 0.25, like Rosa does. I risk from 0.5 to 1%, usually 1.5, but it's, yeah, I just always fixed 3R and that's it. If like my first trade is always 1 to 3, and if I win that one, like sometimes I hold in terms of structural levels, not fixed R, but like I look at the structure and see where it is, so maybe I can squeeze out a little bit more. But there was times like last year, which I don't really like recommend, but I was going a little bit I guess, once you're in profit on the account, like for me at least, it was easy. Like once I'm in profit, for me it's not gonna break me if I lose all that profit. So I open up more risk once I'm up on the account. So I had, payouts of 27K, I think. Like there was what, 20. Now there was 17, 23, like these kind of from 100K accounts. So
And you can't sleep properly.
What
You
differs?
can't sleep
yeah,
tight.
Yeah,
yeah,
what
yeah,
Okay.
differs with me over there, Anas? I feel when you're trading a prop firm, okay, not a live account. Live account is something which you can obviously recover back from. But when you're trading a prop firm,
yeah,
every trade you take is a negative probability against you. Every trade you take.
yeah.
So the more number of trades you take, the easier your chances of losing that account. So
Yes, I completely agree.
you just take one, get the payout out, take another account if you want to trade, do whatever you want on that account. Let's say you have like 4 funded accounts, like just trade one after the other, right? You don't have to like secure all of them. Yeah, if you have like close to 3 payouts secured, then you can probably risk on the one which you already have on the first one. But that's pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's also like a perception, I guess, of perception of what's a lot of money to people. It's also that.
Yeah.
For example, for me, like I was working when I was just starting out with FundingPips. I was working as a bartender in Norway.
Oof.
I was managing restaurants and bars. Like my paycheck was already kind of like, compared to European terms, it was quite big. So for me, it was like I'm a risk taker. I am known to take bigger risks overall, not even online, but like overall in life, in among my friends, etc. Like I'm the guy who takes like the big risks. So, but now I'm slowly getting to it's very emotionally draining. Risk it drains a lot of your energy, emotional energy. So I am now my goal is to become like Saai. It's the like the I would now rather um I think you had more calm year than I
Connection
had,
lost.
Saai, in that sort of sense, just because you took smaller consistent payouts instead of bigger. But like I had 22 payouts and you had 50 or 60, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
52 right now. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I would rather have gone your way, and save myself that emotional roller coaster and still end up at the same result. So I mean, your was more logical and more, I guess, self-friendly.
Yeah. True.
Gold won't stop going up.
Yeah, I can
It's
see.
totally true what you guys are
So,
saying.
Rosa, how do you target your payouts? Like, do you target a percentage, or like you just go with the
Yeah,
flow?
2-3%, and I ask for a reward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first reward I asked at FundingPips, if I'm not mistaken, it was around $8,000, and I couldn't sleep. And you think,
Okay.
why you couldn't sleep? That's not real money you've invested. I mean,
Yeah.
you've only paid for the accounts, but I could make monopoly money, real money, that took my night, and I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks. I think I had to wait. So then I decided just to low down the percentage, and 2, 3, sometimes even 1.5, and that's it. And just close it down. Depends. It depends as well on the pay date, because I have it bi-weekly. So if I have to wait like 2 weeks, I keep trading. But if it's like 1, 2 days away, I just stop trading.
Yeah. If it's few days away, that's
Yeah,
logical to like just sit on your hands, you know.
yeah, and just wait, trade something else. Also, I don't trade prop firms every day. What I usually trade is my personal account, and that's like a side job, prop
Okay.
firms. So my monthly living comes from my personal account. That's why I don't want to trade a lot on prop firms, so I don't get distracted.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gold is just crazy. There's nothing for me in gold now. I'm gonna have a look at Nasdaq if I can find something, but
Yeah, but that's the Rosa. That's where the issues start to come when you start to look for something. You know.
oh
That's
no, it's because I trade Nasdaq as well. Here on live, I'm
okay.
only
I thought it
showing.
was DAX and the gold.
No, it's and Nasdaq.
Okay.
So on my community is the Nasdaq strategy, the one I teach as the first strategy. It's a very solid and quiet strategy and boring.
Boring is good. You know,
Yeah, I
trading and
think so,
boring
but
and
boring
trading
is
is good.
good. No, nothing to me either.
Just within a range. Probably 9:30 would bring some momentum upside. That's when we decide. But I think if you see like all three of us, uh, the risk approach or the risk model or the payouts which we all of us take, we are having that framework around it, right? On how much do we risk, how much do we take? Let's say if something is secure, do we have to stop? So most of the guys which are there in the chat probably doesn't have a framework. That's where they struggle a lot, right? Like I risked this much, I made this, but they are so greedy that okay, let's try to make that 10%, 15%, and they lose
Yeah,
the
that's
big.
unsustainable.
For sure. I made a trading plan with 4 prop firms, very different from my personal account because the approach and the risk is different. So there's asymmetric risk on prop firms,
Yeah.
and with a personal account, the risk is not asymmetric. So the approach, the mentality, and everything has to be different. Plus, you have to read all the rules on that prop firm you're working with very carefully. Um,
I'm just
I'm seeing,
out, guys. I'm
yeah.
taking this gold
Are
out.
you close it down? Oh, you closed it down now. Okay, yeah.
I don't
It's
like the reaction from there. So
no, and it's about to be 3 o'clock. It's 10 minutes to 3 o'clock here.
yeah, so I don't like the reaction. It's at this
Mm,
very big resistance. So probably it might consolidate and then give a breakout, but I'm not very happy with holding it after that.
good decision. Yeah, fantastic trade. So amazing, I would say.
Yeah. So how many trades do you take on us? Like I know Rosa said like probably 3 to 4. But how many do you take in a day? Is it one a day, or like you have?
No, it's two. Usually it's two losses in a row. So if I have two losses in a row, then then like I know my decisions will not be great after two. It you because I had it tested before. So what I did was I checked in my journal. If like just pretty much a frequency where after two losses, how many times I win after two losses and how many times do I lose after two losses. And it was just a big difference. So I decided that like two is enough for me to get in like throughout the session. If I win during London session, which I didn't this morning, then like if I win, then I trade more. But like two in a row, if I lose two in a row, that's it, because I risk a little bit more, I guess. And for me, that's enough. I am considering like maybe testing the smaller risk and then perhaps allowing like something like Rosa, 4 trades if I move down in time frame. But now I'm entering on 15 to 5 minutes. I'm not looking at 1 minute. So it's a little bit different for me. So yeah, I try to spend as little time in markets as possible. Just get in, get out.
And also, it's important to know your strategy. Not all strategies can allow multiple entries. Let's say you're working on M15.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to have 4 entries. You're going to dedicate at least 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
If you want to, it's fine, but it depends on the strategy. My strategy is a reversal strategy. So I don't know when's the optimal reversal point. So I just can guess. Guess based on probabilities, of course, and my journal and the backtest. But in the end, I don't know when the market is planning to reverse. The same happened with gold. I thought it was going to reverse like 15 candles away on M1, and it didn't. So that's why I have to lower my risk and try multiple times. Sometimes, if it's a win, I'm done for the day. I only trade one trade, I'm done. But
Yeah.
I have a maximum of 4 just in case. But on Nasdaq strategy, I only take 1 trade a day, and that's all. Even if it's a winner, I don't trade anything else.
I think
Yeah, but that's a good way to keeping your profits, and not becoming like a little bit greedy over it.
Yeah,
So I
it's
support it.
greediness,
yeah.
and also it's exhaustion. You don't realize, but when you are on the charts, like let's say 1 hour, 2 hour, brain, at least mine, it doesn't work the same way. It's been 2 hours extremely concentrated, just trying to find the right one, and I have to stop. So it's just 2 hours, I'm out, whatever happens.
I think it differs when you trade the 5 and 15 minutes, right? So 5 and 15 minutes, it's much more relaxed. When the
Yes.
higher the time frame you go, it is much more relaxed. On a 2 hour, it's much more relaxed. So when you're looking at like a 1 minute time frame and trading for like 2 hours, that is quite hectic. So I just like recently started trading futures as well in FundingPips and this firms. So NQ, if you're punching one mini, it's like a mini heart attack, right? So
Yeah.
so you kind of look at the 1 minute chart and like struggle when you're looking at it, and you need to have extreme focus within that first 15, 20 minutes, 40 minutes or 30 minutes where you have to scalp in it. So that's kind of like where it is too tiring, right? So you can't
Yeah.
focus more than 2 hours. That's actually a very good thing. Like you have a hard stop on the time that, okay, after this I don't want to see the charts anymore.
Sure, otherwise I can't get my concentration going on for over 2 hours. Not me. Most people do. A lot of traders can do that, but I can't. So you have to know yourself as well. It's very important when you're trading to know what are your limits or the times you can trade peacefully. Some people trade with kids shouting in the back or a lot of noise or things like that, or in a hurry at work, and that's impossible to be profitable. Gold won't stop, cards. I can't even think about trading gold.
Yeah, it's a crazy asset.
Not today. So I took the trade this morning and that's it. Not now.
Oh, what a candle. I think in terms of reverses as well, I think Nasdaq works much better than gold, is what I feel. Because I used to also like trade a reversal strategy. Currently, I'm not trading it, but I used to trade a reversal strategy. Like it was purely mostly based on candlestick patterns. It was not like you just wait for a mean reversion, like for example, this extension, and when price extends by a large margin. I think I do have it's the NQ scalp. So it just like shows you the entry, if you see. So when price kind of extends by a lot of high margin, so you get like these pin bar candles where reversals will happen. I'll just like disable this. So it's saying like you can short on the low of this candle, have a 1-to-1 risk reward. That's what is the mean reversion, right? So you're just waiting for a very big move on one direction and then wait for the doji candles to take place, and then you just short it on the reversal. It's tough to trade it when it when NQ is at all-time high.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But when it is in a range, it works very well.
Yeah, the all-time high trades, it's difficult, like with the crypto as well. Do you guys trade any crypto?
I do watch Bitcoin.
I look at Bitcoin sometimes as well, like, but it just when it's like it's I see Khaled, he's trading like 1 minute time frame on it. It's crazy. Like for me, it's I mean it is I'm sure it's profitable.
Yeah,
but like I just can't do those parabolic moves, like
too difficult.
yeah.
Where do you think Bitcoin is heading? I think it'll go until 130K.
Yeah, something like that. I think one more all-time high,
Yeah.
like just to cause max pain. I was thinking about 125, like 120, 125. That's already been done.
Yeah.
Just looking at like pretty much what the fundamentals will do, like are we getting the rate cuts or not? Like that's the question, because then I mean the money printer is turned on and we might as well see even higher prices perhaps, but it should burst. I mean, market can go higher longer than you can stay solvent. I like this quote.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can do whatever. It could be 200, 250. There's like speculation, 1 million, 500,000, etc. We shall see.
Perfect. Have any questions in the chat?
Gonna have a look. Someone's asking.
Yeah, there might be. We were just chatting until now.
How many do we have viewing? I just see the chat.
It was 200. Like half an hour ago.
Okay.
But I would say it's only 42 likes.
Yeah, guys, give it a
So
like.
114, over 100, and now it's 186 people watching. So yeah, it's a big effort. So show
support, guys.
Show support. Yep.
What other pairs do you trade? Oh, this is very fast.
Wow, it's yeah, I can't. How many time did how many time it take you guys to be profitable? Uh, I read it very fast, but I don't know how long did it take, Saai and Arnaz?
For me personally, I think close to 1.5 2 years. But I did not start with forex. I told in the success story when I was talking with Paulina as well. I started with Indian markets. I do have that knowledge of risk management, psychology, and all that stuff. So the background helped me a lot when I started with forex. So
Hmm.
the struggling phase is probably 1.5 2 years max to max. That's what I say. What about Anna's?
Um, like 4 years, 4 or 5 years, something like that. Yeah, but when I started, it was like so long ago. I remember I was trading oil, like I haven't even found like prop firms, etc. There was not very much of them. So I was training my own capital. So I guess like because I was like kind of a bigger risk taker, I guess the longer it took because I had periods where I had nothing to trade with, like I just had no capital. So there was long periods of like 3-4 months where I had to, work, save up a little bit, and then like use a month to blow all of it away, and then continue saving up as well. So I guess that's what contributed mostly to my profitability. But then once like the grasp kind of started, then it kind of took off pretty quickly. I remember last stream somebody asked me, yeah, I will do Euro USD, Vicky. I will do so. It's like I remember somebody asked me this question on last stream, like how long it took me to go from 0 to 10k, and then how long from 10k to 100. So from 0 to 10k in trading, it took like 4 years, and then from 10k to 100k, it took like 6 months. So it's the beauty of trading, I guess. Like, and then of course you have it's some type of other stories, but this, like, it's very different for everyone.
It is,
Yeah.
but I resonate with 1 to 10 and 10 to 100. I resonate with that. Not on FundingPips, but on my own account. I started trading like 9 years ago, binary options.
Oh yeah, I
uh,
have meddled in that as well.
and to be honest, I was very good at it, and I was profitable after 1 year, because psychologically you don't have stop loss or take profit, so you don't hesitate. You trade, you say, I'm pretty sure in 15 minutes it's going up. That's it. You can't do anything else while on the trade. So when I got banned from many companies after some rewards I got from them, I had to move on to Forex, and it took me a year to get used to, because I wouldn't stop moving stop losses, profits. I couldn't manage myself. So it
Yeah.
was very hard. So it took me 1 year, 1 year for binary options, and then 2 years later, 1 year for Forex. Now I get the hand of it, but it's when you can manage, when you can touch anything, people in general, in any job, when you can do things, that's risky, because you have to know yourself very, very good. So, yeah.
True.
And on my personal account, I blew up a few accounts, of course, like everyone else when they start. But then it took me like, I don't remember, a year or two, I don't remember, to get my first 10K. But then it blew off from there. Like, wow. And it's a parabolic movement. But the first years is like nothing's happening, and you're not progressing, and you're getting nowhere, and you will never get it. But then out of a sudden, you see big numbers on your personal account and you start living off trading. It takes a lot of self-discipline, but it's amazing. And then a year ago, I started with prop firms. So I'm a newbie as well on prop firms. And to be honest, nowadays I'm only working with FundingPips. That's the truth. So yeah.
That's the best. It's the best. I'll switch to my screen. They're spamming Euro USD. So
You're a gold flying. Yeah, gold's crazy. And you closed your trade. But one never knows. I mean, that's it. The good thing you did, I think you did a good trade. That's it. So, and you had to close it down.
I mean, it's profit's profit. Let's not
Profits and
forget that.
profit.
Okay, so Euro USD. So on a daily chart on Monday, we had a base, some sort of base forming here. I mean, we're clearly making higher highs and higher lows, higher high, and potentially we have made a higher low here. It's not going to get confirmed until we get a new higher high. So this is only a potential higher low, but it is in discount area. So it's pretty much mirrors. This pretty much mirrors the dollar chart. What's strange is that it's like very small daily candle. I mean, if we look, I always look at the percentages. Like, for example, gold has already moved like 0.4 up, like since we started streaming. I think it moved like shy of like 0.6%. And euro, dollar, and pound has barely moved. So they're ranging, as well as the dollar. I'm not sure what sort of news do we wait for. Why are this so much volatility? I mean, is the Powell speaks right now? I see it in the orange.
Powell was speaking, but it's
Yeah.
about to speak. I don't know. Let me
No,
check.
he is speaking now, but it's not marked
No.
like a high impact. And then we had a speech from Bailey, so GBP is also not moving a lot. Anyway, so like on these days, that's why I moved to gold actually, like, and just traded gold, because I can't see a lot of volatility here. Like, I mean, if we look at 4-hour candles, we are now deciding whether this wick will be swept or it's gonna hold, and then we'll continue down. Okay, let's see. All of this price action is happening like in the half of this 4-hour move here. So for me, the way I see it, like, there's potential for the price to react from this level here. And this is a CPI wick. It swept this wick at the bottom. If we look here, there's been liquidity taken, and let's look at the left. Is there somewhere to react from? I mean, not really. I guess perhaps these sell to buy wicks here. No, it didn't even get to there. So for me, when I cannot find a reaction, like some sort of a zone that price has reacted, and if I look at the like, if I look on the left, I mean, yes, like retesting, I guess, like something like this, and then wicking from one part to another. But like the way I trade, it doesn't say a lot to me. I'm looking for more liquidity to be taken here. Price moving into discounted areas, which is like 50 pips away. Or another scenario is we break out of this little range and then come into these levels here and test these zones here, which could potentially be a reaction zone only. So meaning that we only react from it and then continue our internal structure up, because now price is bullish. I mean, swing structure is bullish, internal structure was bearish, and now it started making, let's see, so its internal structure right now for me, it's still bearish, because for internal structure to switch bullish, I'd need this level to clear, simply because there's this low here. And for me, the structure, like if it's a wick, I consider it as a lower low or higher high, meaning that I have this little trend here. Well, this bigger trend actually, but we might see these zones hit here. So that's why I'm looking at the buys on the dollar as well. Like if we get some sort of a structure here. So and now price has started to move a little bit, I guess. Yeah. So I mean, we have a lot of imbalance here. A lot of imbalance here, and now a lot of traders are looking at the left. They're looking at this level and they're thinking, okay, perhaps price will react from here. Perhaps price will react from here. But what I'm looking right now is simply this movement here. I recognize that there's a price imbalance on the left. I am aware that price might react from these levels, but I'm not going to make a decision at these levels. What I would like to do is take a look at the immediate structure here.
Connection lost.
Who lost the connection?
That's my Ninja Trader.
So, I mean, we can see a small trend here, the way I see it, like just within these candles. Did we have mitigation? No. So the way I look at it here might be inducement. This level here, price might want you to feel like you need to sell from this big wick that happened at 4 o'clock. So I'd be looking for perhaps something like this. And obviously we do have right here Asia lows. So something to consider, but right now, I mean, I would be really like I would like to see more price development, because now I would be just forcing trades. So like I'm just sitting on my hands, honestly. I mean, analyzing is as much as we can do right now. And I mean, we have a 5-minute break, and then lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low. So lower low has been printed now. So what we expect is for price to not close above this level here. That's honestly, that's the only thing I can see. But gold has moved up though. Usually it drags these currencies with them, with it. So yeah, but just sitting on my hands.
The thing is, like, dollar index is like just consolidating and gold is pumping up. So whenever dollar index changes and starts moving, that's when gold is going to react and like follow it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same as also with all the other currencies. I mean, look at the price action we're getting. Like, I mean, it's not it's not feasible really to trade a lot during such price action. So
once
I
it
don't know.
picks up a direction either on the upside or downside, that's when we'll see a reaction.
Yeah, it's just that it's why would we take trades and lose when we can just not take trades and stay break even, or contain the losses and contain the capital. So
Nice reflection. That's a profitable trader talking, right?
yeah, I mean, like as Saai said, like you expose yourself to risk. Like the probability of you losing is always way bigger than once you enter the
Sure.
trade. So I mean, I like me personally, my win rate is around like 28 to 30%. That's how often I win. So I mean, for me, it's like 2 times bigger chance of losing than winning. Or is it 3 times? No, it's 3 times, I think.
Really, yeah, it's over 3 times. But
Yeah, it's over 3 times. So I mean, I immediately kind of prep myself for a loss, like immediately, even if I can see my setup forming and everything like is fine. So it's like I'm fine keeping the money in the account.
agree.
Pound has reacted from this zone I had at like 1 p.m., but we had central banker talking, and I mean, it should have been like 6-7 pips stop loss. I mean, this was a viable zone for me to enter into sells, and this was Friday's trade that we took on stream as well. So I would rather just wait for something that lines up, which it did at like 4:15. So at around this time exactly, we entered a trade, but it doesn't mean that today we'll do the same.
There's so many comments, it's impossible to keep up.
Yeah, they do repeat though. They really want giveaways, etc. I'm sure we can arrange some sort of. I think they are announcing the 200 accounts soon, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think if someone wants to win a FundingPips giveaway, go to my Twitter profile. I'll be doing it today. So I'll pick 2 winners.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
So if someone wants a giveaway, they can go to my Twitter profile. It's 2 FundingPips, 50K accounts. Any question, guys?
There's many questions, but it's impossible to read them all
Yeah.
on a monthly
I have
order.
one. Which asset would be the best trading asset for this quarter? That's a very, very, very difficult question that I think, Jamie Dimon couldn't answer that one.
Okay, I can probably show something
Okay.
if they
Go ahead.
want to like see. Okay, I was actually discussing the same thing in our community yesterday. We had a call. So there is something called as sentiment for the markets. And so just a second, let me get that. So if you can see, this is something like Edge Finder, and it would give you the volatility for each month based on the instrument. So if you see, like for gold, it's not a very great month to be trading in May, June, and July. The early months are the ones which are like much more volatile, and the white line is the one which is the current price for this year, right? So 5.46% for this month for January, and 0.1% for February, 7% for like March. So there is no one instrument which can actually define like, okay, you can go and trade this. Yeah, you can check the seasonality and trade. So for example, Rosa trades Nasdaq, so we'll just see for Nasdaq what is there. So you can see summer months, right? Summer months in Nasdaq, May, June, July are the most volatile. So if you are someone who wants to trade the volatility, then you can probably go and check the seasonality for that pair and simply go ahead and trade it. So you can check for like EU, whatever. It's a pay tool. I like no one want to like go ahead and trade it. So if you, for EU it's all flat, because currencies don't move as similar as like gold or like indices. So there's, to be honest, it's not like it's a very tough question to answer that okay, you go and trade this, you go and trade that, but it all depends on the price action. And if gold is ranging and Nasdaq is making an all-time high, I would prefer to trade Nasdaq in that duration, because the moves are much more cleaner.
And yeah, I agree with you. It's very important to know the volatility of the pair or the index you're trading, because before you pull tab this chart, for Nasdaq, September is usually a very bad month with no volatility at all. So it's very difficult to take some money.
Yeah.
And
Just
I don't know
chops
if you
you
can.
out, right? So
Yeah,
it just chops you out. You go in, it comes back, you enter again, it again comes back, keeps coming.
yeah, it's very difficult. September and mid-January.
Yeah.
So from mid-January to end January, it's all right. The first half of January, it's a very, very difficult month to trade Nasdaq. It's been like that to me on my trading charts. It's been like that for nearly 7 years. So it's difficult to trade first half of January, September, and then there's some of the month, but it's random. I mean, I didn't know, I couldn't get what month is the when. It's going to be very difficult to trade. September, end of January, but then in the middle, it changes.
Yeah.
I didn't get the hand of it. At Nasdaq, I know very, very good Nasdaq. I've been trading it for many years already.
Yeah, and I think if like people should know on the chat that every instrument is like totally different. The interpretation is different. The way it trades is different. So something like Nasdaq, it goes for these deeper retracements and then goes. But
Yep.
something like gold, it never, sometimes it never goes for a retracement. It keeps going like this and then retraces like this and then goes, right? Whereas EU, GU, like whatever the currencies which Arnas is trading, ICT concepts work really well in those pairs where it comes and takes liquidity and then goes, right? So that's the nature of the movement of that particular pair is totally different. They would have to backtest and then understand, okay, this is how it moves, and that's when they can look at start trading those pairs.
Agree with these comments. It's important to know every instrument is like a child. They're different, and you get to know them very well before you trade them. You don't trade the same. I don't have the same strategy at Nasdaq or gold. They
Yeah.
are or DAX. They are very different strategies
Yeah.
for different movements and reactions to zones. DAX doesn't react the same way. I tried my Nasdaq strategy on DAX like 3 years ago. I backtested it with 1,000 entries,
Going to
and it
fail.
was a disaster.
Yeah.
It
Very
didn't
difficult.
go well. So
Yeah.
different moves. So that's it. But you can make money from any instrument, I think. If you know it well, you
Yeah.
can make
You
money
just
from
need to
everything.
understand how it moves, and then it's very
Sure.
difficult. It's not that difficult to basically find out an entry model on top of that. If you're someone who's trading with a very small capital and they want to start, what tips would you give? Anas, what tips would you give?
Small capital.
Yeah. Let's say,
Save.
I think I am from India. I resonate that question, to be honest. I did not start from a very small capital. I still had like at least $10,000 to start, although it is small. But someone from India, probably their average capital would be close to $500. So
Yeah, I
what
mean,
would you
it's
suggest?
for me it would be like if I had $500, for example, I would try to use this capital. Like obviously, get like start with a small account, because if you cannot trade a small account, you can buy a 5K account at FundingPips for like $30. So if you cannot manage a small account, you will not be able to manage a big account. So I mean, it depends whether you have managed capital at all, but you of course need to leverage the $500 you have into prop firm environment, because in reality your $500, if you had it in your account, like in a live account, I'm sure Rosa can add to here to this as well, that it's
Yes.
not really powerful. So
I started with I had much more money because I'm European. That's basic. But
yeah,
I started my first account, personal account, with 500 euros. I blew up the account. So, and I was desperate to manage thousands and thousands. But how come are you going to manage thousands if you don't know how to manage 3 euros? It's the same way. It's a proportion. So after blowing a few 500 euros accounts, and then I blew up 2,000 euros. I wasn't happy still. And then I blew up 7,000 euros account. And then I realized, and you have to manage 3 euros the same way you manage 10,000. If
yeah,
you go
exactly.
out and you spend 3 euros in a coffee, having coffee at home, and you just paid 3 euros 1 minute away from home, it's like you were at home. Why didn't you get the coffee at home and then saved these 3 euros? And the same logic applied to me. And then I started trading as a business. So trading was a company. It was my restaurant or my, I don't know, my local shop. The moment I traded like that, every euro counts. I started learning the process without the money in my mind. So, how do you become a great cook? Just cooking, doing the same recipe 1,000 times and learning from your mistakes and listening when someone says there's too much salt on the pepperoni pizza, whatever, or you're trading, you should do that, or you did the other thing. You listen and you learn and you backtest. I think what makes you extremely profitable is trading journal. I I don't know if you have a trading journal, but a backtest trading journal,
Yeah,
not to
sure.
analyze your profit, but your losses, your weak points as a person, not as a trader, as a person, and learn from them. So it's a process, and you have to enjoy this boring stuff you have to do every day. I
Mm.
trade for 2 hours, but I'm in front of the computer nearly 6, 7 hours a day, just making an effort to improve myself, my trading, my strategies, etc., etc. So it's very, very difficult and it's boring. The thing it's boring,
True, true.
and people want adrenaline, want TV, movie, trading people on a trading floor, buy, sell, buy, 15 millions, woo, things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah,
And the more boring trading is, the more money you make.
Yeah.
You saw Saai on his entry. He was like very calm here on the live show and making thousands of dollars. That's
Yeah.
trading. That's professional trading. And and as said, you can't start with a $5,000 prop account. That's not, and it costs, I don't know how much does it cost, $25
yeah,
for a,
exactly. Yeah, something
25,
like that.
$25, $30.
if you can't afford $25, you can't afford a business, but not trading, not a restaurant, not a car dealing, or whatever uh, um, business you want to make, you want to pull off. So the first thing is you have to save some money and invest this money very carefully, because money is the tool we have to run our business, and it's like that. So you have to take it very seriously.
I
um
think I'm gonna take the trade if euro dollar if I
Oh,
get a good candle in 13 seconds, and
all over
I'll
here.
okay, we're waiting.
I mean, it's an aggressive trade. Now with the 15-minute candle is printing an upper wick. I will. I'm still not in a trade, but this will be my final trade of the day. Still waiting. I want to see this candle. If it starts to reject like it is right now, I will go for a 1 to 2. Simply because I have a trend here, and this is kind of a protected high. I mean, it did print a new low. The dollar doesn't look that great. I mean, to be honest.
Do you not take the low sweep as the liquidity sweep, the low which got swept?
Yeah, I mean, I am aware of it, but I try to react rather to anticipate liquidity.
I don't like this kind of pattern. See, what happens is whenever there is a liquidity sweep, right? I don't like this V kind of reversals. So whenever there's a V kind of reversal, I don't like it because the reversal.
Like this, you mean?
Yeah, the three candlestick pattern. It's like a morning star. You can.
Oh, okay. So you don't like to buy from
Yeah,
here, or you don't like to sell into it?
I don't like to sell into it, to be
Okay.
honest, because again, even if you see as per ICT as well, that's an inverse of a fair value gap. You had a fair value gap, it got inversed again onto this side, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm still
maybe
waiting.
the characteristics of EU is different, but
Yeah. No,
that's
for me, it's I try to look at what's happening right now, and it's like, for me, like, I see this little trend here, and if I'm right, my goal is to get to 1 to 2 anyway, to get break even. That's it.
yeah.
Um, just still waiting for this candle to close.
How did you manage to get back after a failed attempt?
How do you manage what?
To get back after a failed attempt, let's say you lost an account. So how did you get back after that?
Well, I don't know you guys, but I fail so many times at many things every single day, and I keep going with my life. So I failed to catch the bus on time, and I really, I always say trading is like life. So if you work for someone else at a company, how many times you do things not the way you were expected, even a little bit, like 10 times a day? So it's a loss.
Yeah,
If you feel something about this loss trading, it's because your leverage is too high. So you should lower your
absolutely.
risk.
That's 100% true, to be honest. Like, I agree with Rosa on that. Uh, Most people, like, well, even answering the older question which someone asked, like for the $500, most people, what they do is they get $500 and they over leverage by taking let's say a 25K account or a 50K account, where they don't give enough room to actually get to that success, right? Let's say probably their payout is after 2 fails of one challenge account, but they never reach that stage at all. So they never plan that framework that, okay, I have 500, what can I take, what can I trade? So that's the problem. So when you don't have that process, you'll be thinking, oh, I might lose my account. My DMs would sometimes be filled. I'm in a drawdown of like 9%, 8%. What should I do with the account? Just trade it as it is. If you find a setup, just trade it as it is. You are not going to miraculously recover by texting someone in the DM that, okay, you just take this trade and you're going to recover. It's the same for everyone. I might hit stop loss, you might hit stop loss. Yeah, it's totally.
One stop loss is nothing, but it's like
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I compare it to a basketball player shooting free throws. I mean, it's in the overall statistics. Like it's
oh wow,
it's
yeah.
nothing. It's just a single point of data.
Regarding to this basketball example, I read somewhere like one of the biggest basketball players had like a 20% success on this free balls or whatever you said. I don't know anything about basketball, but I was impressed.
I'm in the trade now. Sorry to.
Fantastic. Let me mark it so I can follow up. So one of the best players in the world, 20-ish% successful rate throwing a ball. That was impressive. And it's top 1 or top 10.
Yeah. I mean, it like I think when you watch like let's say like NBA or whatever, like professional leagues, if the player has like 1 to like 25-20% like hit rate, right? Like if that he scores, like they let him shoot, like they keep him open, like because of the probabilities, like a long term, it's at some point for them, like if they calculate how many shots he takes, it's profitable for the other team, right? So for us, it's also like we have to look from that sort of team perspective, that like, yes, I win 1 in 5 trades, for example, right? But I still use, for example, a trade like a shot that I let the basketball player to shoot, because I know, looking at my journal, looking at the statistics, that in the long run, this is just a single point like of data in overall statistics. Because, and also, like, if you guys have not seen the new dashboards, just take a look at your own stats. I think it's great, like the new statistics that
Yeah.
you can see on FundingPips.
Very low statistics sometimes and still profitable. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm trading at 29%,
yeah,
like not even 30%, like hit rate.
but
So win
it's
rate.
not only one variable, as you said before. It's not only how much rate you have on success rate, 25, fine. But there's also some more variables. Risk reward ratio, that's also important, because then your risk reward is 1 to 3, 1 to 4. So you're still profitable, even being very bad at taking trades. Let me put it this
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
like me.
exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a question. Rosa, what's your opinion on dynamic risking, and what's harder for you, finding a good setup or having the patience to wait for it? Oh, I don't find, I have to see it. A good setup, it has to come up. So I don't look for it. If I have to look for something, it's not for me. That's for sure. And if there's no setup, it's like if there's no bus to catch, I'll keep waiting on the bus stop for the bus to come over. That's it. And regarding the dynamic risking, it depends on the strategy. It works amazingly for some strategies. It's nothing to do for some other strategies. It depends. But I am not sure when you say dynamic risking, it's overall, I risk 1%, no more than that. That's not dynamic, that's fixed. But then I split up in different trades. So I allow myself on gold to up to 4 trades. But on Nasdaq is 1%, and that's it. 1%, one trade, that's it. So yeah, that's it. I think I've answered these 2 questions. There are so many questions.
How to develop own strategy and backtest it. I mean, you don't usually develop your own strategy. You build it on top of something that already works. And you backtest it by doing backtests. So you just press replay here. And then you just play the price action forward.
Agreed.
And then, of course, you need to document everything. So you can see how many losses in a row you have, etc. And then you'll do some mathematical calculations, and then you'll be able to see. So right now we have switched on 15-minute candle from bearish to bullish, and we are aggressively approaching our stop loss. If we are stopped out, I am done for the day.
I didn't like that V pattern whenever it happens. After a sweep, whenever it happens, just based on my observation.
Yeah, this was concerning, like here.
Yeah.
But I guess this is what happens with like low volume days. Usually, if it's not the stream, I think I would be somewhere outside doing something,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like kind of managed to force myself into a trade. But it's fine. I mean, we're here for entertainment also. And also my risk here, it's only 0.25%. So
that's important.
For this trade, I took a small risk.
Nasdaq approaching on a reversion area, like to me it's 10 points
And
away, if not yet. Oh my, wow, that was aggressive.
Yeah. But I like quick stop losses. I like when price takes me out quick.
I'm a scalper, so I really like tight stop losses and very quick. And I'm gonna
let me switch to Eurosa, perhaps. It's been some time since you.
I think
we lose.
Anyways, Nasdaq open. Let me pass my FundingPips account. Come on, Rosa. Give me a trade on 1 minute.
Okay, you need a trade. How can I share that? Okay, sorry.
I'm thinking sells on Nasdaq.
I can't share. It's not allowed. Oh no. Sorry. All right. I hope you can see that. So let's go with Nasdaq on the 1 minute chart again. It's not reversing. Is there any news now? No.
No.
Reversion area is right now, so it should reverse at this moment. Not very long, like 11 points to the top. But there's a hitting area. Just a second. 7 points below. That's here. And that's what I do at Nasdaq. That's my strategy. Very different from the gold one. So that was a winner. If I had taken this entry, I wasn't ready, to be honest. I wasn't even looking. It was a TP. It's 1-1. I'm on Nasdaq. I go 1-1. Very good one. A bit farther from the area. I don't really like it, but still. So the reversal point, you saw it set to this point. So 11, it's been 24, 22 points. So very straightforward. That was a nice entry, buy entry. Now it can move down, and I'm going to mark it from the point it is. So it's 12 points. So it's this area here. That's a barrel area.
I see a clean range till 2380 if it has to go for a sell.
2380.
Yeah.
So it's like this.
Very clean range.
So that one's been very cute, but
breaks the first 15-minute low.
yep. So that's reversion area, reversion point, as I said. The thing is, I don't know how long. So when I say this exact point of reversal, I expect usually 10 points. No, nothing to see, nothing to do. Okay. It's going down. 2299. 2299. I need new glasses.
Almost there, guys. 2380, almost there. 10 points left.
It's, yep. 23, yep, 81.77. I have it. So
Yeah.
it's nearly there. And that's a reversal. And it's, if it reverses, here, 27 points. That's the area. And it's going, it's fantastic. If it breaks this low, then next point is, I'm not in a trade, I'm just waiting. But I will put the trade, so if I'm going to trade it, I'll do it right here, so you'll see it. It's going to the downside. I don't like it. Oh, we cracked. 15 minutes down.
Gold is still pushing.
Yes, I have it here.
3, 4, 18, 19
It's
almost.
crazy, yeah. It's going.
I think it might go until 3433.
3, 4, when? 3, 4?
3433. So what I've observed is I'll explain once I share the chart.
Yeah, you can share it. If I go in, I'll let you know.
Okay, so just do it. So what gold does is on a weekly time frame, it majorly retests this swing high or swing low most of the time. So if you go back and check, right, most of the swing highs and swing lows are like retested always before it continues downwards or like before it continues upside, right? It's almost the case most of the time. So you have a swing low, comes back, retest, swing high, retest, swing low, retest. So that's what gold does. So if you can see again here, swing high, retested, fell down. So I'm probably assuming it doesn't have anything else over here. It has to reach 3433. That's what I feel. Will it do it today? I'm not sure, but looking at the momentum, it might do it. Like this strong push of a 4H candle, we still have the 4H is closing in 9 minutes, so we still have 7 hours. So let's say if the next candle even comes back and does a small retest on this level, the next 4H can do this and then like do a retracement. That's what I think. So that's what I think. Probably it might go until 3433. In terms of Nasdaq, I think yeah, we have got 2380. I think told when it was at 23,160, right? It was very clean range. So the logic is very simple. The first 15-minute range was this. This was the first 15 minutes range. The first 15 minutes range was bearish. The candle was also bearish. The trend was bearish. And if you see on the left side, this was a very clean range. There was no chop. It has to take out this low. Came in, took out the low. So
54 points still to go. I think it can drop.
I think
54.
yeah, so it broke and retested my level as per my analysis. It has to go until the next level, which is 2328. That's the nearest low as well. So again, we can't expect it to drop like this. So it might do a small retracement or drop. But Nasdaq is Nasdaq. It can
Yeah, be careful.
it can simply drop. So you can't do much. I think
Nasdaq moved 600 points down and then 600 points up in the same session. So
if
it's just
someone
crazy.
was watching my DAX trade, they would have got a retracement entry over here. Just retraced, very decent pullback entry. So just still holding it. If someone wants to see how patient I am with my trades, just holding it. $6,500.
Amazing.
Not even touching this. Right? It is planned to go down. I think I might pass this account. That's what I feel. So let's see.
It's 30 points to my target, but plus some slippage. Slippage could be 25 points.
Yeah, there we go. I think 2330. That's a
It's a
easy
bit down, 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 down.
easy drop. Oof. I should have traded futures.
All right, it's approaching.
Round number 23,000.
A bit down. I have it now, but I'm expecting some slippage because it's too volatile. If I'm missing this trade, it's fine. The retracement is happening. I might miss it.
Missed it?
I didn't take it. I was waiting for a slippage down this lower bottom on 1 minute time frame. Lower.
Still lower than this?
Just a second, I'm just watching on my chart. Yep. A bit lower. It has to Nasdaq mark.
It's just melting. I wouldn't buy
Yeah.
this. I was very comfortable shorting. If I was not trading over here, I would have shorted on my FundingPips accounts over here. But yeah.
So points taken. Now let's see if it takes the 10 pips retracement, 10 points. So it's 19 to the from the minimum lower lows. It's 19. So okay, I'm out. Let me share your screen.
Yeah.
It was a 10 seconds trade. Target done on a buy. Let me show. Wow,
Was it really
that one made me so.
10-second trade you just took?
Yeah, I know. It's
Crazy.
not gonna count, but what it is, I had to close it down. Can you see it?
Not yet. Yeah.
They're asking if you're trading futures or CFD. You're trading CFD.
No,
Yeah.
this is the CFD, Nasdaq CFD.
Why are you not trading futures? Like in terms of Nasdaq futures, it's much better in terms of slippage.
I know, and yeah, and
Any
commissions and
reason for that?
everything. But I started trading Nasdaq many years ago on CFDs after trying Forex, and I stayed. It works. So that's it.
So do you also like factor the spread when you're taking it? Because these kind of scalps, 10 seconds, it's quite.
Usually I wait 1 minute, but I was expecting this reversal to be in this very same candle.
Okay.
Can you see my candles, right?
Yeah.
So I took the trade here, and I was expecting the price did that, and then it moved down, and I closed it down because I was expecting this candle in this candle. So before going into losses, I'd rather, it doesn't matter if they discount, if FundingPips discount this trade, it's fine to me. But I have to make sure this is in and out, a very quick in and out. So I have to wait what I want to see. I have to see what I want to see in the very same candle. It happened in that one, so I had to close it down. But that's the trade. 15 points. Double day down today because that's 1%. Usually this reversal happens, that's why I entered here, in this very same candle. And then I wait 60 seconds and then I closed it down. But I didn't take. So, but the thing is, I have a real trade, and it did what I was expecting. Not the best close, but I had to. I didn't want this moving because of the volatile. If you can see, it's been like 146 points. 146 points in a few minutes. I couldn't wait to close it down just in case it moved down farther.
I think I would have to share my screen just to show something.
Sure, go ahead.
Just about to hit TP, guys. Will we hit it? Will we bounce?
Yeah.
That's 9K done.
Great.
Oh, let me
Amazing.
see, where is it? Yeah. Almost done.
Nearly there.
Yeah.
One trade, huh?
Just
That's how things are done.
one trade. I think if people are thinking I risk more, what is my risk? My risk was around 2K, right? Hardly 2%. And this is a challenge. I don't risk like 4%. 3%.
Oh, okay, it's a challenge account. I thought
Yeah,
it was
it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Okay.
So what was your risk?
It's 2K, 2,000, 2%.
2,000, okay.
And are you taking a one step?
There's a one. I mostly take one step. I'm
Yeah,
very
me too.
with one step.
Oh, really? Oh, that's very interesting. Why do you take the one step?
It's one, it is much easier to pass. Two, it has a weekly split, like 80%. So
Yeah, for me it's also like the whole weekly thing for 80%. It's Tuesday
Okay.
payout for one step. So every Tuesday it's
every Tuesday. And if I see my statistics, most of my big trades come on Monday. And I always see that Mondays are trending. Like even on gold, if you see Monday was trending yesterday. So most of my trades, the big trades, always come on Mondays. And it was very easy for me to like, I used to like trade on Monday and get payout on Tuesday. Trade on Monday, get payout. So I just used to do that. So I was like very
That's a good routine to have,
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? That's why it's so important to know your statistics and to keep your journal. So you can know these things and maximize your profits. Amazing. So look at Nasdaq. You can share your screen.
Yeah.
Nasdaq went down again. That's why I
Yeah,
closed the trade.
it's going to go down. So I think
Yeah.
as per the bias, so it is bearish for me, and it is in a channel, so it has to come somewhere here. So that's around 22,800, 850, 900 range. So it comes down, bounces from here, then you just play the bounce until one of the levels break. So that's what I see.
So you're expecting, what level are you expecting, Nasdaq?
It's 22,900, 22,850 to 900 is what I.
22.7 is my guess. So it's kind of,
Okay.
it's
So
amazing how different approaches at the end. So
yeah.
they look similar. Amazing. Amazing. Well, that's why I closed the trade. I wasn't sure it was a quick trade, quick reversal, too much volatility and strength. But it was okay, fine. I probably don't keep the profit, but it's fine. I never look at how long, so I try to maintain my trades at least 60 seconds. But if I have to close them down, I close them down. So that's a winner to me. And on my journal, I put it as a winner. That's it. Even if I don't have the profit from FundingPips,
True.
that's fine. I executed well, and that's all.
Let's see some questions.
I think the market's asking Chichu 890. But Nasdaq, we already said it. It was 229, 227.
Yeah,
Or,
somewhere close to 2 to 9
hmm,
is what I see. 870 to 880 to 900 is what I see.
hmm.
That's where it is heading. Mm. Do you trade a bigger account in a different way in terms of stop loss or take profit?
Sorry?
Do you trade a bigger account in a different way compared to a smaller account in terms of stop loss or take profits?
Not really.
Not really, yeah. It's the same approach. You just risk
Hmm.
1%, 2%, however you're comfortable with. Any more questions?
So,
I think,
yeah, I have to close it down already, the live streaming.
yeah.
Yeah, we are 2 hours into it, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I think it's time to
Yeah, it's
time to go for us as well. Because
Yeah.
all right, guys. Any comments, you can leave them after the streaming
yeah,
ends
press
up.
the like button as well if you
Yes,
guys liked
please.
it. Subscribe the channel as well.
Because yeah, seriously, it's a big effort from the three of us being here for 2 hours live streaming and taking trades
yeah.
live. That's a massive stress.
So,
And by the way, there's a 10% discount on all evaluations going on.